The primary source of heat for my shop is firewood, and I go through quite a bit of it. This building stays relatively warm and also cool because of all the insulation in it. However, when I go inside in the evening, I don't come out here and restock the fire at night, so it does cool off throughout the night. And typically in the morning, a lot of my time is spent starting a fire and waiting for it to warm back up again. So I did quite a bit of research on these mini splits and decided to pick one up. There was a sale on Pioneers, and so this is not going to be primary function for heat or cooling. This is basically just going to be out here to try and maintain 64 degree, 65 degree, nightly temperature out here. Now it does have AC and dehumidification as part of its functions, which works out really well, surprisingly, in the wintertime. So the cool thing about this is it's got some sort of inverter technology to it, and it also is pretty efficient from what I could tell. So this has a soft start fan and a compressor, so it doesn't just kick on and use a massive inrush current. So right now it's got it had the fan running. It was pulling about 80 watts, and right now you can kind of hear, I can. The compressor just turned on outside, so it's pulling 5.5 amps, ramp it up a little bit. So that's what it does. It ramps it up instead of just, massive inrush current. So 6 amps, that's about 1200 watts. It is variable. I haven't turned this thing up to max, but it seems to run pretty good so far. So if we come outside while this thing's running, the fan's on low, it's not loud at all. Basically, I just punched a hole in the wall. I haven't got this covered up or anything because it started raining, but it's real quiet. You can kind of hear it coming through the wall just because that's how physics work. It's got some isolators on the floor. But the coolest thing about all of this is I have 3,500 watts worth of solar panels out here. So right now it's running for free off of the sun, which is cool. And in the summertime when the sun's out, I can run the AC for free. The only time I'm actually going to have to pay for power is in the wintertime when the sun's not out. So that's pretty cool. I'll probably never financially recover from this, as far as a return on investment standpoint, but I do burn a lot of firewood, which is getting more and more expensive, and my time splitting it and stacking it is accounted for. Also, I do have a diesel heater, which I use sometimes when it's super cold out, and you figure that thing runs for 2 or 3 hours, and it costs $4, almost $5 a gallon for diesel out here because of Build Back Better prices in Washington. So I can basically run the heat pump on a maximum for 32 hours for the same price as 1 gallon of diesel. So it kind of comes out in the wash, but it's just nice to be able to just let it run and keep the building warm at night instead of spending 3 hours of my morning wasted trying to get the fire going and heating it up out there.